On board the intradimensional ship, taken from one kick.
Are you sure about this?
One of us needs to stay. If I get into trouble, I'll radio.
The radio might be jammed once we're inside.
The video signal wasn't jammed.
I suppose.
Worst case scenario, I will grill some non-beef meat, and when Miss Everything Smells Like Grilled Chicken picks it up, that'll be your signal to come to my rescue.
Fail safe. Like a canary in a coal mine.
What?
You know, back in the day when a canary was used to alert miners to trouble.
Back in the day, the canary was used to alert miners to poisonous gas by dropping dead.
Okay, not the best metaphor, but you get the gist.
Not the best simile. I am like a canary.
Maybe focus on the alert part.
Is this part of the auto-destruct imminent?
That's done. You all passed. Great job.
We should get a first place ribbon.
You should. Jane, Tamerlane is stocked.
You have super large breasts.
I can wear one on my head.
I'm imagining that.
Me too.
So, Jane, the cockpit door locks.
Don't lock the door, Jane.
I'll be fine.
Or not.
Can't you stay, Alexandra?
Am I invisible? Sometimes I accidentally go invisible.
We gotta run, but Jane is staying.
Jane, can you see me? Have I become unhearable too?
Let me help you with your helmet.
Hello? Testing. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
I can hear you plenty.
Great. Then hear this. Here is us marching off, la-dee-da, to ye old haunted, demonically possessed, and villain-infested ship, as if we're in our right minds, for what will invariably be yet another rampage of explosions and bullet spray.
I do stuff as if I'm in my right mind all the time. Into the airlock.
This is your normal, isn't it? And how do you not have tinnitus?
What?
Outside Tiffany's home on Grand Dam.
It's a strange thing, this coven of ours.
We won't intrude long.
Don't be silly. No intrusion. When was the last time the two of you were out here to our little slice of paradise?
It's been a while, to be sure.
I have iced tea out back, and I see you brought the hard cider.
Special reserve.
Special reserve? I didn't know that was a thing with cider.
Did you know high proof was?
Ah, you fancy temple folk and your fancy temple terms. I moved the patio set down by the brook.
How lovely. Your thoughts on Jane?
Specifically, you're wondering if she's the one.
And your general thoughts?
I'm an oracle, not a reader. I met her the once, and that was briefly.
Okay, forget generally. Is she the woman of your vision?
You know how this works, Allie. It's imprecise.
Whose gift isn't?
All right, Jane is definitely familiar to me, in the oracle sense.
She reads like a puzzle piece. Following your vision, that makes Bronson the man who brought her.
And what does he read like?
He has been trained to shield himself from a reading. I'm certain of it.
Interesting.
Troubling.
Of what you could read, what does he read like?
He reads like a linchpin.
Apples don't grow true to seed. For every 80,000 trees grown from seed, you will get one with fruit that is worth a damn.
We know.
Thankfully, human beings don't go true to seed either.
If only the odds for humanity were as favorable.
Walking from the intradimensional ship to the Invictus.
Are you kidding me? This planet has a soundtrack?
Huh?
You don't hear that netherworld echo sound?
Singing ice.
It's eerie.
Ez loves the sound.
Enough said.
Turn off your external microphone.
What's that? You think it's a transmitter?
Whatever else it is, it's also a hypodermic. Flick your visor to scan and check out what's going on.
Hey, a superhighway of nanobots and it's heading for that hill over there.
What's glowing on the other side, I wonder?
Aren't there some time constraints on this mission?
You go on ahead.
Like that's going to happen. What do you make of that?
It's like a roller rink, but reflective.
In the 23rd century, we say big mirror.
Come here, give it a poke. It's flexible.
Whatever Dr. Rising is up to, Sailstone has to be in on it. I can't see the planet allowing nanobots to build a mirror out of her otherwise.
Let's go ask Ez.
62?
Huh?
Are you 62?
Oh, no.
63?
Nope.
Standing before the giant ship, the Invictus.
This is nothing like the artist concept drawing I saw.
Leviathan has definitely drawn her line in the sand.
On this side, bleak and unwelcoming Sailstone, and on that side, swampy hell's waiting room. Guess which side I want to stay on.
Come on.
As Alexandra and Fiddlehead cross the borderline, an infinite number of Alexandras and Fiddleheads appear on either side of them.
Cool! We've become part of an infinite line of Alexandras and Fiddleheads. This is like a prism into the multiverse.
Does anyone have a protein bar? I'm starving. That's so Alexandra, right? Wait, what if by sharing from one universe to another we derail reality? Derail reality. I slay me.
Hell's waiting room is an ecological standout.
Dampness and water are a Leviathan hallmark.
So you have gone up against this Leviathan before?
Yep.
How'd you fare?
I died and she went to wipe out the entire coven.
Sarcasm.
Yep. Puddles in the airlock mean we can't be far behind Ez.
Details?
About my run-in? Well, on our first meeting, the side of my house was blown out, and a forest fire got going at the tree line of a mountaintop.
All of that, and it was still a draw?
No, Leviathan lost.
But she escaped.
Retreated. Readings say breathable air. You can take your helmet off.
Yeah, that's going to happen. This place is huge!
Interior hugeness tends to follow from exterior hugeness.
Maybe not always in Hell's waiting room. You don't know. Contingent of those gruesomes from the video at 12 o'clock.
You must be the crew. My name is Alexandra. I'm a marshal. I'm here to help.
Is that a child? There weren't any children on the crew roster.
What an adorable little kid. Or perhaps small person. She or he sure resembles you. Any of you. Whichever of you.
What are you doing?
Attempting to establish a dialogue.
You? Establish a dialogue? That's a little off-brand.
Have at it, Ambassador.
I can help. I navigator. Can fly ship.
If one of them wants to smack you, I may let them.
This can't be good.
Where are they running off to? I told them I was here to help.
You ever consider that might be a tough sell when you are packing 2 sidearms, a belt of grenades, and an electric super sword made out of rocket fuel? Fog? Fog is rolling in? Where does fog come from on a spaceship? Now what's happening?
The ship is a convertible. It's kind of cool.
Converting into Hell's waiting room Temple of Death?
What's that obelisk say?
Maybe. Enjoy your stay at Hell's waiting room Temple of Death.
Maybe? You don't know?
Why would I?
You are the brainy sidekick of the super cool badass. It's your role.
Nope. You are the rough and ready sidekick of the eccentric genius heroine. I'm a lovable Sherlock Holmes if he was she, and you are a Watson if he was an immortal war machine.
I'm not the sidekick.
There are no small parts, only small players. Something's got me. A clown? A clown's got me?
Super sword is really a no-fuss weapon.
Did you hear our suit's Geiger counters cheering you on? Being partially melted now tops my list of worst ways to die.
Really? The worst? What else you got on the list?
Your entire killography leading up to this. Evil clowns?
Leviathan. She was doing a little posturing.
But clowns?
She takes on lots of different forms. She used to really favor being a scrum of paparazzi. Be happy they're only evil clowns.
Is happy really the right word?
In the corridors of the Invictus.
More crossroads. This ship is a maze.
I've brought a pair of mapping droids for that very reason. They'll fly through this place in no time. You, there, bring me the backpack. Adorable, are they not? Smaller than a canary, but they pack a lot of utility. Be off with you, my little cartographers. Give them a head start on mapping the layout.
Great. Until then, are you sure you know where you're going?
I can sense Leviathan. She's in the engine room waiting for us. And that would be our proximity alarm.
Alexandra, all the way from one kick already?
The magic of hyperdrive in the hands of an artist. We need to wait on some semblance of schematics on the place. In the meantime, let's make our way to the engine room. We'll have to be quick. Alexandra can be powerfully intuitive in situations like this.
We've zigzagged our way through the ship. How could she possibly find us?
She is a goddess. Extraordinary is her ordinary.
The goddess of maze running?
Hunting. She's a predator.
According to salvage law, the ship is now legally ours. We can do whatever we want.
A very solid point, dear Lisa. However, her body count en route would hint that she may not share such a provincial view.
And fog? Is a concert starting?
Easy, gentlemen. The clowns are with us. For now.
They are... who?
The Legion that is Leviathan.
We're on our way to the engine room, dear. If you could be a peach and delay Alexandra's progress, it would be to both our benefit.
Turn left.
Auditorium? That sign says auditorium. What's really going on here? This is not the Invictus.
But it is. That's why the entanglement was reestablished. It's just not our Invictus.
Our Invictus?
From our universe.
If it's not our Invictus, then how did anything reestablish? Entanglements are unique.
Gentlemen, right over there. Imagine that the Invictus getting lost or not getting lost is a divergent fork in the road on a timeline. One fork is ours, and the other is where this Invictus came from. The entangling link would be unique twice. The counterpart at the BGO would be entangled to both the ship that got lost and the one that didn't.
You're saying, big picture, there is only one Invictus?
Very astute. Yes. Multiplicity is a perspective-based illusion. It is a consequence of viewing linearly, and in one direction, that which is neither linear nor unidirectional.
Time.
Correct again. You are a bright one. That would be our little cartographers. They're informing me that they have located the bridge.
In another part of the Invictus.
You never ever see clearly marked first aid or fire stations on a ship. And certainly nothing for restrooms. Not with colonial fleets or star fleets or guilds or houses or republics or empires. Zippo. Nada.
Signage is how you've deduced that this is an alternate reality Invictus?
An alternate reality that cares for its crew.
That the ship looks like a beached sea monster doesn't factor into your conclusion?
The thing about space is that anything can happen to a ship, except for the installation of courteous signage.
No more water footsteps. What now?
That way.
How do you know?
Because she'll be heading to the engine room first.
And you know that this is the way to get to the engine room?
Yep.
How?
Duh. Because Ezra's going this way.
My concern is that we're going to get lost in here.
Lost? Lost relative to what?
The exit. Lost as in never getting out of here.
Lost has little to do with that. We may know exactly where we are and never get out.
Pep Talks is a needs work area. Lost as in wandering until we die.
A lot more people have died knowing where they were than have died not having a clue.
Is that true?
It could be.
It sounds true, in a folksy way.
Thanks.
64?
Nope.
In the engine room of the Invictus.
What's going on with my suit? I can't move.
I've activated filaments within the material of your suit that make it rigid.
Why?
I'd try to shoot me too.
So, all that talk about documenting the extermination of the crew?
A ruse. The extermination may happen, but if it does, it will happen collaterally. My good man, bring the backpack. I picked this up at an arts and crafts store, of all places. It hovers in place and laser etches shapes onto any horizontal surface. Today, we are laser etching a big sacrificial hexagram onto a metal floor.
You're going to use me, alone, as a conduit for Leviathan.
You're in more of a supporting role. You should be fine. Something tells me you are made of much sterner stuff.
You're insane!
The key, I imagine, would be not to resist. Let the old gal flow right through you.
If this isn't our Invictus, that might not be your Leviathan.
Ah, but it is. Leviathan is from a higher dimension, where all the possible outcomes reside. Regardless of which Invictus is here, it is her. It is always her.
In a corridor of the Invictus.
Oh, here we go. Draw your sword!
I was under the impression that you were anti-sword.
I'm anti being irradiated, but I'm more anti being murdered. What's going on over there?
Looks like a sacrificial altar is sliding into position.
A what is doing what?
Get to the bridge.
How?
Well, if I get to pick, I choose that you fly.
Not how will I get to it. How will I find it?
Signage. Remember, this Invictus is from a courteous universe.
Yeah? What does that obelisk say?
We've been through this.
That's your signage.
It'll return to this language that we inexplicably all speak throughout the galaxy.
You don't know that.
Or you can stay here and join me in a death match as I smite a legion of evil clowns.
Smite?
Yeah, smite. I'm a deity. Deity's smite.
The bridge does have me intrigued.
There you go.
All right, just no grenades. We need the interdimensional engine.
Sure.
Be careful.
Aw, you care. You be careful too.
We've seen what happened to the crew. It's got to be related to what's going on in the engine room.
Not following.
You could be changed. Like, dramatically.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. That only happens to male superheroes. And redheads.
Inside the engine room of the Invictus and Ancient Temple.
Welcome to the Octagon. You're under arrest. I'm referring to those still alive and the non-demons in the group.
Is she insane?
Absolutely. If I wasn't already me, I would love to be her.
Are you ready for an ass-kicking?
Stop firing, you imbecile.
She killed Peterson.
Leave the goddess to Leviathan. We need to find Fiddlehead. Levy, dear, beware of the goddess's cudgel.
Passing the amphitheater down a corridor of the Invictus.
Amphitheater. What do you need an amphitheater for on a starship? What do you need an amphitheater for? Hello? Are those workstations I see? Perhaps with access to ship schematics?
Not my circus, not my monkeys.